You are the chosen few, protectors of our world. This is your time.
Incoming! Fire!
Hello and welcome to another episode of Under Review, where we look at all the latest and greatest games to release for a majority of all the consoles. Now this week we are looking at the Bioware title in Anthem. Now, you may have been hearing from many people who have played the betas early on saying that Anthem is straight garbage, and Bioware is going to tank, EA is now in trouble, Anthem has no shot and has a ton of bugs to fix. Now, do not let any of that outside noise deter you from trying Anthem out. Now, I will start out by saying that this game is not for everybody. And those who had fun with Destiny, even with the shortcomings, are going to enjoy Anthem. Honestly, it's what I imagined Destiny could have been many years ago. From all the customization options to outright gameplay, Anthem was a fun experience. That doesn't mean it didn't have any of its hiccups throughout our experience, though. Now to start, Anthem is beautiful. To those who say it doesn't look good or it looks like a last generation title, really and truly honestly need to have their eyes examined. From all the textures to lush environments and a rural rugged home base, Anthem is great to look at. We didn't notice any kind of graphical pops or frame rate issues even when we were playing 4-player co-op. Now, I have read many complaints about the pacing of the game, and that you never really feel connected because you're going from mission back to fort. And yes, there are a lot of load screens, and some are longer than others, but I am one of the few that actually don't mind the whole go back home before moving on to your next mission. If you want to explore and go from one objective to the next, take your squad and hit up the free roam, which drops you into the world and you can go back to fort really whenever you want. I never felt disjointed from the experience because of that. So I'll knock that clear out of the bat right now. Now I will say the story is a bit confusing. And unfortunately the game doesn't help you out much in that regard. You start the game off in a solo mission, you battle creatures set to hurt humanity, and customize mech suits called javelins. And when the mission does not go to plans, you time jump to 2 years later. And through the game, you find codexes that help you unlock bits of the story as you find them, which can be a little bit frustrating because I really wanted to know what I'm fighting for and for who I'm fighting for from the game start. The cast of characters are brilliantly voice acted. You interact with them as you play like any other Bioware game. You pick the dialogue. Even though it is not as in-depth as their other work, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, I will say, Anthem, to me, is a solid release, and I believe it will only get better over time. Many of the issues that the game had during the betas are really now a non-issue, but there are still some minor bugs that they are in the process of patching. Now, I will say the customization options to me was a lot of fun. You create your mech just straight down to the nitty gritty. You create him how you want him to look. You add on his loadouts, all the way down. Like the customization is what you want in a game like this. And there's no other studio better fit to do that than Bioware. Now, look, some people are going to say the missions are redundant. And look, some of them are. Some of the missions are really, really just kind of really redundant. They repeat themselves. But going in, play on a normal difficulty, then go play on a hard difficulty. Trust me, when you go from normal to hard, or even to the one step above hard, the gameplay changes up dramatically. And you have those 4 javelins to choose from. And each one has a different skill. So it's best to go in, like everybody has a skill. Go with your skill set. Go what works best for you. Trust me, you'll have a much better experience with the game if you do something like that. In all honesty, Anthem is actually a really, really fun game, and you'll have a lot of fun, especially if you're playing with friends. Now, if you go on solo, I always recommend just opening up a public lobby, having people join you on your quest, because it's a lot more fun that way. If you play it solo, I can see where some of the complaints are coming from. You feel a little bit disjointed from the game. You're not having as much fun. But go in there co-op. Go in there with your buddies, and I'm telling you, you're going to have probably some of the most fun you've had with your friends in a very long time. Now, again, I'm not saying BioWare has a perfect game on their hand. There's still so many issues. And that scattered release schedule they had for this game did not help matters at all. But when you have the game in your hands and you're playing, it's actually not a bad game. It's fun to play. And for that, we gave Anthem a little bit average, slightly above average score of 7.5 out of 10. We thought it was a good game. We had fun with it. We're still having fun with it. And we're even helping our own friends who have just now picked up the title, helping them out with their missions. And we're having fun doing that as well. So thank you guys so much for listening. We hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. We would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, game on.